morning, everyone, and welcome to the day 3 of the Scrapbooking Fun Summit. I am Heather without a co-host. My co-host is doing a crop, and she's trying to dial in if she can. She's in a large room with everybody trying to get on the internet at the same time, so she doesn't know if she'll be able to get in or not. So Tracy may or may not be joining us, but I'll be doing it solo with all these amazing speakers, which is great. If she is able to join us, we'll see. She might end up in the comments, because she might be able to do the comments on YouTube versus joining it. Actually, I should tell her to do that in a minute. But welcome to day 3 of our summit, and a little bit of housekeeping. I can see, where can you find the SVG file for Katherine? Just refresh the page. It's there now. Sometimes we don't get all of the links in there. So if you're on the website, just refresh the page. You will find it now underneath her instructions. And you can find it there. So you can find it on the page and or on the speaker page. Oh, we have Tracy, maybe. There we go. Tracy has managed to get in.
I'm here. I can hear, but I don't know if you can hear me.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
She's got her headset. She's moved into technology now. So Tracy is here. So yeah, if you're having any problems with the SVG files, please just refresh your pages. It's there now. I put it on there about 5-10 minutes ago. So Tracy has to learn how to mute her mic.
Yes.
Otherwise, we get a bit of feedback, and somebody wants your attention behind you. See, we can tell you when people are coming to do stuff for you. So I'm going to take it, and Tracy will inject when she can. So first of all, I want to thank our sponsors for today. So our sponsor today's sponsors is Sassy LLC, which is Sarah Liz, and she creates, she calls them emergency kits, and basically they're kits of different ways to add sentiments and add pizzazz, for lack of better, because there's more than just sentiments in her emergency kit. She has over 84 emergency kits. She's actually the person at noon today, so she will explain it better than I will. And she's great. And one of her passions is, and the reason that she does this, is just making crafting accessible to everybody. Having that ability to make it easy so that you don't get intimidated to not do it. So making it accessible to everybody is one of her passions. And then our other sponsor for our day sponsor that we like to highlight is Whimsy Stamps. So Whimsy Stamps has been with us since day 1 as a sponsor, and they make very fun and whimsical stamps with a little bit of a quirkiness to them, and also a little bit of I was going to say a sentimental or a human side to them, from what I understand from what Tracy says about them. And they've been great. They've been a wonderful sponsor. They have been with us. Check out Whimsy Stamps. If you are in the VIP package, you can get a discount code for shopping at Whimsy Stamps. And Sarah has a much more extensive package in there of Christmas critters, I believe it is. I may have the wrong name. I'll have to go check, but Sarah will tell us that at 12 o'clock. But she has a much more extensive package in there as well. And so those are our sponsors for today that we want to thank. And if I'm a little breathless, my asthma just started to act up. It's the weather changing, and I'm like, okay, I'm feeling my asthma. So if I sound a little breathless, I am. We will come to your questions. We're first going to spotlight Katherine, and Katherine has been with us for many. Have you been with us for all our summits, Katherine? Or
not all of them. I missed the first, possibly the second one. I remember finding you in your summit world when I was just trying to get into the summit world. So I think you guys had just finished your first one, and I was like, hey, I want to be part of this one. And then I haven't left you guys alone since.
Excellent. So Katherine has been with us for at least 4 or 5 summits. So yes. Love Whimsy Stamps. I love the humor of them. Yeah. So they have wonderful stuff. Where are you in the world? For those who don't know, our easiest question.
I am in Waterdown, Ontario, Canada. It's a little small village, and it's part of Hamilton, just outside of Toronto, if you know any that sort of geography area. But it's just a little small town with, I don't know, suburbia maybe called. Well, it used to be like the middle of nowhere. Now it's kind of everything's grown in around us, but it's good. And that's where I am. And we're expecting lots of snow. So excited about snow. Got the boots ready. We're supposed to get a dumping tonight, so we'll see how that goes.
I think you're getting more snow than us, which is really unusual. It's like,
everyone here is talking about how much snow we're going to get, and I think it's going to just be like a day of rain.
Yeah, we're supposed to get snow as well. So welcome to living in Canada. This is early for us, mind you.
This is a bit early, but I'll take it. I'll take as much snow as we can get. So
well, yeah, it's not snowing. It's a dramatic change because we've been really warm and dry, and now we're going to let snow.
We've not. We've been like cold, like I mean the whole year's been off weather-wise, but it's been cold and the dry, and then it started to rain, and now it's going to snow. It's just whatever.
It's part of being in the Canadian world. So yes, we are
right.
we are supposed to get snow tomorrow too. I hope it's rain because I haven't put my winter tires on yet. So we'll get there.
So I'm going to quickly just talk about myself before we get into questions, if that's okay.
Well, my questions were going to be about yourself, but go for it.
Well, I can wait then, but it doesn't matter.
Well, the first question we always ask is, are you a card maker, scrapbooker, or more than that?
I'm more than that. I'm everything. So no, not everything. But I do like lots of crafts. I do everything. I do lots of like paper. I do lots of vinyl. I do right there in the corner. You can see my latest project. If you're like I don't know, there. Yeah. Here, I'll bring it closer just because you can see this is kind of like everything. And this is me in a bundle. It's canvas, paint, vinyl, kind of everything, right? Like it's just all of it. So if you have kids, that poster might make sense to you. If you don't have kids,
I've heard about it. I don't still understand it, even though
it makes no sense. But my kids, like every time they come down into my office, like 6'7", I'm like, really? Like it makes no sense.
If you have kids or grandkids, 6'7", which means absolutely nothing.
It means nothing. It's
the popular thing to say these days.
Yes. And so my kids love it, but so I do everything, right? That's kind of like me. I do everything. I do paper, I do vinyl, I do little mini albums. Let me see if I can open this the right way. I tried to show this the other day and I opened it the wrong way and it was a disaster. All right, ready? I did it.
Gorgeous.
And then bam.
And we're going to talk about that too.
Yes. So I do everything. I do kind of like, I guess it's called mixed media, maybe. I don't know. I do everything. I do whatever my heart desires. But I do a lot of cards. I actually had to make more cards this morning before this event because I keep running out of cards. People keep coming into my stash of cards and stealing them, and then I don't have any. So I had to make some more impromptu cards this morning. And so when we had our talk yesterday with the VIPs, I was saying I love to just put cards together quickly because that's always what I'm doing. Just like card, next card, next card, next card. So I do lots of cards for fun too. Sorry, I digress.
What got you into this crafting world, into the paper crafting side of it as well?
So I don't know. I always called myself a long time ago before all this. I call myself like a closet crafter because my family and my circle of people, crafting was like, I don't say taboo or whatever, right? But it wasn't a thing. And so I really liked custom shirts, and I started to pay lots of money for custom shirts. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Why am I paying so much money for shirts when I should be able to do them? Like somebody down the street can make them. Why can't I? And so that's what I started with. I bought, a friend of mine had a Cricut and she said, oh, you can make shirts with your Cricut. And I was like, okay, I'm going to buy that. I did no research whatsoever. I just bought it and I was like, this is what we're going to do. So I started making shirts. And then I'm like, oh my God, I can make more things with this. And then I had to like get more supplies and more supplies and more supplies and more supplies. I'm like, and I have all these supplies. And I can do all these other things that I don't need just my Cricut for. I can do anything and everything. And so I make shirts. This is one of my recent designs. But I can make all these like all these things. And so it kind of like snowballed and I have now all of this stuff. I'm like, this is a lot. And now I have a whole, like, I'm not say empire, but like a mini empire.
A mini empire. It's fun to have a mini empire on that kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Before we go into further, I'm just going to address the comments. We will come back to the things about files and PDFs in a second. So give us a little about the project that you did.
So I made this little mini album, and I'll give you some background before I kind of go through it. But when I was doing this summit, I was actually not going to do this summit this year or this season because I was just like, I didn't know what to do. And so Tracy's like, please, you always do something so fun. Please, you got to. So I was like, all right. So I sat down, I pulled out my AI machine and I was like, what can I make? And it said to make like one of these accordion albums. And I'm like, okay, I've never done this. Whoops. I've never done this before. And so I don't have the prototype here, but the prototype was like this big, right? Like 1, 2. And in typical Katherine fashion, I'm like, well, I got to go bigger. I got to add more, make it bigger, better. And so I just kept adding pages and pages and pages and pages and pages. And then, and then I made it this long. And I was like, well, you can't just have one side. You got to do the other side too. So that's what I did. And it's a really simple craft. It's like the front and the back are the same piece and the middles are all the same piece except for one. So I think you need like 5 pieces and then you just keep adding and adding. So if you could make this 1,000 pages, if you really wanted to, I was debating it, but I didn't. I only went like the 17 that I have here or whatever it is. But I thought this would be cute. And so I made this. And then I just used like, Christmassy paper. I was debating using like wrapping paper for this, but I couldn't. The wrapping paper that I have is, I don't know, it feels like it's dollar store brand, but it's not. But it's really thin and flimsy. And I was like, it's just wasn't working for me to play with it. So I just did like Christmas paper. And then I've got like, Christmassy paper. And then everywhere I've got some pictures. And then if you sign up for my freebie, you can have, let me just see if I can show you this one here, maybe. I've designed like, I don't know, 12 different like sentiments. So you've got like this one and this one, and they're all in different backgrounds. So there's like, I think there's 6 or 8 different ones, maybe 12. I don't know, but there's a bunch, and then they're all on different backgrounds, and there's duplicates. So like you might have so much snow to be thankful for on this background, and then you might have it on 3 other backgrounds. So in case it doesn't match your color palette. So that's my freebie.
Questions on the files. So number 1, we miss putting Katherine's SVG on the page. It happens. We have a lot of things that we do. I think it was missing somewhere along the line. It is there now. So you can get the SVG files there. The VIPs, it might not yet be in that section. I realized I put an SVG in there, but I'm like, which one did I put in there? And I didn't go check yet.
So in that, the file is probably called SVG file, but it's actually a zip file, and it has the PDF version of this as well as the SVG file. So and then there's also a README file. It's basic, but it just tells you like how to work the files kind of. And then also you've got the instructions in the summit that really walk you through the whole thing. So that's kind of hopefully going to help you through. If it's not enough, like if you need more info, I mean, you can just find me from Katherine.
So yeah, so if you do need the PDF files, they're in there. You just have to download, unzip it, then pull it up.
Yeah.
And you have the SVG files there now. If you're not seeing it, you need to refresh your page. Sometimes you need to clear your cache. Hopefully just to refresh the page will do it. I put it on both of the pages, the Meet the Speaker page with all the goodies that are in there, and I've also put it on their own page. So that is just an oversight. We try hard. That's the first one I've missed so far out of God knows how many links we have in this thing. So,
but Heather, it's not a summit if something doesn't like get lost or go wrong. And recently you guys are having lots of luck with things not going.
Well, if it's not a summit, day 2, if it's not our summit, our site's not going to go down on day 2, even though we were told it wouldn't go down this time.
Yeah. So, I mean, it happened last season too. So I don't know.
It happened the first couple of times we did it, and actually know why, because the capacity on our hosting site, it's hard to test 9,000 people hitting your site at the same time. Yeah. But we fixed it. We upgraded it in the spring and we fixed it. So it shouldn't have happened this time around, but our hosting company didn't upgrade our account with a change they made last week. So, and it's like, oh, thanks. So, but stuff going wrong doesn't bother me because it's all fixable. We'll figure it out. We'll get what you need.
Well, you know what I really like is I got like 17 messages this morning from different people, and it's all very polite messages like, you say that there's a file, but we can't find the file. Do you know where you could point us to find the file? And they're all like really nice messages. I'm like, oh, I haven't even checked. And normally, you guys send me the link beforehand, and you probably did. I've just been really busy, and I check it and I go through and I'm meticulous to make sure. And this time I have been so busy with other things that I forgot. And I was like, oh, I normally check this stuff. I'm like, I remember specifically not checking. So this one's all of us. So, but that's all right.
It happens. Somebody said they're having problems. Oh no, the site is up. You made me scared a little bit there. Someone said they were having problems with the kite. Sam to click to go to the tutorial. It is. I'm watching it. I have it up right now, so it is working. Let me just click and make sure. Yes, it is working. It is playing, so it is working.
All right.
If you're having problems, sometimes it can be your cookies. It can be your web browser. You need to clear cache, shut your computer down. There are a lot of factors in here. For some reason, we're having people having issues watching on certain iPhones, but not all iPhones. I cannot create something. I cannot figure that one out. I don't own an iPhone, number one, and neither does Tracy. So that's always an issue, but I don't know why it's working on some. Even ChatGPT and AI were trying to figure it out. Gave me a suggestion, but I didn't want to break everything, so just left it. But if you have an iPhone, you're having troubles, switch to a browser. It is impossible. And we're having issues getting people to emails for people who have rr.com. I have no idea who they are in the States. They work fine, and then all of a sudden they get issues. And other summit hosts have had issues with people who are hosted on rr.com as well. Don't know why. It's only so, when you think about it, there's only so many things we can anticipate. Will there be a PDF instructions? Yes, I love the humor. We're into whimsy stamps. It always takes me a minute to catch up. Good morning from Hamilton, Ontario. You have a neighbor?
Hello from Hamilton, Ontario. My thing comments here, I think they're going backwards for me, so it's weird to look at them because they normally
looking at them on here or on YouTube.
Oh no, I got one screen open at a time. I can't
for me,
but yeah, mine are popping up at the top instead of at the bottom, so I keep looking in the wrong spot. It's messing me up.
Anyway. I found a question. I got there. How do you pick your paper for your mini album?
Well, so I have a stash of paper. I'm not going to show you my scrap paper, but I can't. I get these albums. I'll show you. I'll pick one out here. I'm going to pick a fuller one. So under my desk here, you can't see it. I've got like all these cubes, and each cube has like stuff in it. And I have a full cube of like these kind of packages of paper. This isn't a Christmassy themed one, but this is one I got here. And this is what I did. I had like an album like this for Christmas paper, and then everything's under control. My organizational skills are not. I'm not one of those people that's crazy organized. And I just pull out paper like this, and I'm like, okay. But for this album, I pulled out a bunch, and I didn't have enough because I do a lot of Christmas crafts, so I use a lot of Christmas paper, and I didn't have enough to do all 1,000 pages here as I drop it. Like I didn't have enough to do both sides, so I actually designed some paper for the first time. I designed some paper, and so if you sign up for my freebie, I send you like 4-6 free designs that I use that I created. And so, but I normally just get them out of these albums, and I'll buy like a Christmas album and I'll use all the paper, but I've run out of Christmas albums, so I have to buy some more this year. So typically that's where I get them from. And then I design some. And so I actually designed like 100 because I kind of got I get carried away with something. I do too much. And so I designed a whole bunch, and I'm supposed to put the other ones up in my shop, but
I would say printable paper is becoming so much more popular. Like I think people still need to see it, but as printer qualities come up and prices go down and supply and demand, it becomes one of those things.
I was actually supposed to put it up last month in my shop because I have targets for myself to like put certain things up every month, but I don't know, I get distracted with shiny things. I'm like, oh, a new project, and that kind of takes precedent over putting things up in the shop. So those will be up before Christmas.
Nancy, I think it's the same problem. You said you've downloaded both orange tabs and the SVG is not there. I think it is there now. So it's always hard to know. People get tired of snow. Here we go. Do you use all lightweight paper in your projects, or would it be better to use heavier weight cardstock?
So this is a tricky question. I personally like the heavier cardstock, so I'll use 60 or 80 pound cardstock for everything. But I do not mail my cards or my albums. I hand deliver all of my heavyweight paper cards, because if I was to try to mail them, I would probably spend like $60 mailing some of these cards. So I just use regular, like I use 60 and 80 pound paper. And then when I'm like with this here, for example, because I actually printed off my own design. So that's one of the designs that I've got that I designed. I printed this off on regular paper, like regular printer paper. And then if you watch the video, you'll see that the one side of the paper is like a cardstock, and the other side is a blank side of it, because I don't have double-sided cardstock. So I just printed the back side on regular paper to like regular printer paper. So what is that, like, I don't know, 15 pounds or whatever. So that was what I did. But typically I'm dropping this a lot today. All of the stuff that is like this one here is an actual cardstock. This is all like 60 pound cardstock. And then that's typically what I use. I like the thicker stuff because it's got like more substance to it. It feels better. It feels like,
well, it's also durable. The amount of times you've opened it and closed it and dropped it, it's durable.
And that's only today because I was doing a live a few weeks ago, and again I pulled it open. I went like this, and then like 3 seconds later it fell over, and I don't know, man. Something's went off my fingers, but I keep dropping it, or it's that heavy because I've got so much heavy paper in here. But I like the heavier paper. I like it. I like the feel of it. I like how it. And then my printer, like I've got white 60 pound cardstock, And I throw it into my printer and it prints out perfectly on there as well. So if I want to use the like printout papers, I'll use that heavier cardstock for the designs, just because I just like the feel. I like how it's, I don't know. I don't like flimsy cards. I don't know.
Isn't that why people paper craft? You guys love the feel of paper, the texture of paper, the color of paper, the smell of paper, all of the things of paper. Yeah. Here's another question. What did you use to create the digital papers?
So this was a combination of a few things. So the order might not be totally perfect because this was a few months ago, so I might be a little bit foggy on exactly how I did it. But I did a combination of using Canva, and then I used ChatGPT, and then I used also Canva AI to give me like color concepts and palettes, and then I pulled those concepts into Inkspace, and then I magicked it around a bit, and then ta-da! It's like a weird process to describe because like I'm trying to work smarter, not harder with crafts, right? And so so I can do more. It's all about more. I need to have bigger, better, and more, right? But so I was trying to like get how to get all those to work together, and so I was able to do a bunch really quickly with the help of ideas and little snippets of designs and pull it all together and wrap it all up.
And it's fun because each of those tools that you're talking about, you did it several months ago, probably have changed because I know they have. Canva just did a new release. Can you, I don't know this actually, can you export SVG files from Canva or you can't?
You can, but I can't. I haven't figured out how to work with the SVG files that they produce in a way that's usable for me.
Okay.
And so it's like, I'm sure there's something that I'm missing. I haven't figured it out entirely, but it'll give you an SVG file. So let's say like, let's use this cat here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just a sticker that I made. It'll give you this as an SVG file, but it's more like a PNG file with an SVG title. Because like an SVG file, everything would be a different layer. Everything would be a different section. But the files that I get from Canva, this is one element.
It's because it would be a flat element unless you built the element yourself, maybe.
Yeah. So
because Canva, when you import a picture in Canva, it's unless you build it, it's a flat element.
So it comes out that way, and so then I have to pull it apart again.
You should try building the layers in Canva and see if it comes out the way the same.
So that's I'm sure there's a way to do it. I haven't figured it out yet because I haven't had a chance. But also, I just recently upgraded to Canva Pro, so like I'm still new with it.
They just did a big update on Canva Pro this week, so
so I've really been milking the free version of all the programs that I can get because there's so much that you can do if you're just a little bit creative and resourceful with the free portions of it. And I'm all about resourcefulness when it comes to like not spending extra money on crafts because I have so much and I try to justify not spending more money. So
Debbie, thank you. She says I'm a wonderful hostess. Thank you, Debbie. Debbie, we have all the phones in Canada. It just happens that Tracy and I are not iPhone users. We're sometimes a little behind on a version, but we're both Android users, so we have all the phones. We just don't happen to have an iPhone between the two of us.
That's okay. I'll round you guys out. I do have an iPhone. So
there you go. So if we're ever stuck, we'll go. Catherine, can you test this on an iPhone for us?
Actually, I can try later. I don't have my phone here. It's upstairs, so that doesn't ring because
I don't even know because it's not if every iPhone was not playing the videos, we would hear a lot more about it. So it's very select as to why it is. And so I don't know. Hosting videos can be, of all the things that you do online, video is the most complicated. Hosting it, saving it, letting people play it, 9,000 people playing the same video, although that's not what happens, but hundreds of people playing the same video at the same time. It is the most complicated thing to do. And so we deal with it. Everything seemed to be going smoothly for you. Good. Question. The bright pink boxes behind you, did you make them?
No, I didn't. So I'll pull, which one is the least heavy? Let's go ribbons. It's the least heavy because ribbon doesn't weigh a lot, but it's very explosive. This is just like, it's basically a shoebox. It's got like a flappy lid. And I bought these at IKEA years ago. I don't know if they sell them anymore. And they're kind of boring. They look like this initially. And I thought, oh, that's kind of boring. So I put a piece of paper on it and
You embellished.
that's great. The only problem, like they don't fit totally perfectly, so that's kind of a bummer, but that's it. And then if you want to see how I organize my ribbon, like everything, how I organize it, it's got a label on the box and then I just shove it in there. But when I bought those boxes, they were like 49 cents each or whatever. So I don't think they'll have them. I could justify it, but then I'm like, I just could have used a shoebox. So
that's true too. Someone said they loved your project. It would be a great idea to teach kids.
Ooh, yeah. I if you have the patience to teach kids, I probably could. Like I've got kids and I love my kids. Don't get me wrong, I love my kids. But teaching them stuff it's easier to teach other kids stuff because they listen to strangers or adults better than your own kids. So
definitely. If this is someone said there's some freebies that don't work, if you don't tell us what's not working, it's hard for us to fix them. So if you have a problem with a freebie that's not working, either comment in the Facebook group in the post or reach out to Tracy over there, who's there. I just said that because Alicia had a problem with one person this morning. I don't know why. Alicia just has really bad talk about gremlins. Alicia McNamara will always have problems with her freebie, even though she tries really hard.
You know what's weird though? Because I've already gotten an email this morning that someone couldn't get my freebie, even though they did the double opt-in. Sometimes it doesn't, I don't know what it is, but every summit I have, and I think I have this one person and they email me every summit and they say, I don't get it because they're on my mailing list. They send me regular emails. We constantly, have conversations and stuff. Every summit, they ask for my freebie and they get the double opt-in. They click the okay, and then they never get it. And I don't know what it is, but
that's why we don't have double opt-ins on because you don't actually have to have it on. So it's what, even with the Canadian spam laws, if they're coming to your website, you don't have to have double opt-in on. So we have it turned off for that reason.
Ooh, interesting. So, I'll have to reevaluate that. I don't have it on everything, but for the Canadian one, I do because I thought I needed it. But interesting.
No, it's very specific. Sorry, guys. This is why opt-ins are hard. The laws and the rules are very different, and particularly outside of the US, they're tighter in Canada. They're tighter in the EU. But in Canada, as long as they're coming to your site and you can show the entrance, like you can prove the path and they manually entered it, then you don't need the double opt-in. The double opt-in is a lot more enforced by the email marketing companies than it is actually by laws because they don't want. Okay. There's reasons for it. We don't use double opt-in because it just causes all the problems that you're talking about.
So, but anyways, if you have a problem with anyone's stuff, like email us or let us know because it's
email Tracy, post in the Facebook. Be nice would be the number one. Be nice. So the person who wrote that, thank you for being nice about it. But waiting doesn't help us know they're not working. So if there's this particular one that's not working, either post in the Facebook group, send an email, respond to one of our emails, and Tracy will do her best, although she's cropping today. She will do her best to help figure out which ones aren't working. Sometimes they also don't work if you have things blocked on your browsers. There's lots of reasons for it. So the more detail we have, the more we can figure out and try and help you. So someone said they tended to buy random packs of paper whenever I find them on sale. Now I have too much. Does anybody else have too much?
I love it. I have this problem too. So I do this all the time. I go to a certain store that we have everywhere. It's got red sign with white letters. And I go there and I find this discount paper. And those packages that I showed you, I got I think they were like $3 and they're normally like $30 here. So I bought like this many of them. And I have a whole bin like this full of packages of that paper. And I love it. It's the best thing in the world. But you know what I found, and I do this a lot, is I make cards out of them. And I'm going to talk about cards for a second. I don't know if this is the right form for it. But this package here, right, comes with 1,000 things. And inside of it, I know this one has it because I just saw it a minute ago. They've got these bear with me. It's here. I know it. I saw it. Oh, here it is. They've got these things, these pages like this. And these are perfect for embellishments on top of cards. And so I'll make this use this, 20 pages, 48 pages. And I'll make 1,000 cards out of this. And I'll use those embellishments that they've got. And then I'll pull out some little random things. And here I'll show you because I actually made cards out of this package the other day. Because I'm always running out of cards. But then you just pull it together and you make a little card like this. Right? Mm-hmm. That's all from this package of paper. Or another little card like this. Right? They're cute little cards for any occasion. And then that's at least something to do with the paper, right?
Yes.
Or you can make a card like this.
Pretty.
And so I have a bin of cards that gets emptied all the time, and then I have to refill it. But that's something to do with those papers. And like when they're on sale, like I bought this one here, I think for like $3, and I got, I've already made like 30 cards out of it, and I'll make probably 100 more. And for $3 or $4, all those cards, bonus. Sorry, I get excited sometimes.
Somebody's watching your video on silent with closed captions working. I'm glad closed captions are working. Yay. These things you don't know, you try them and you go, okay. I'm learning how to print those. What is your shop?
My shop is katherinelearnstuff.com/shop. And in there I do have lots of shirt designs, lots of SVGs. If you don't buy the VIP package for this summit or the other summit or any of the other summits, I typically in the VIP package, I include access to my live monthly crafting, and I do a paid event every month. I've actually got one happening on the 13th, so like next week, and that's from a summit like way back, but you can still buy tickets, so I sell those as well if you don't buy the VIP upgrades with all of these. But I do sell those as well. I do FBGs, I do designs, I do like everything, right? Like sort of, I don't do physical products though, so you can't like get a physical product from me. But katherinelearnstuff.com/shop.
Her link is underneath her picture. When you scroll down on the page, you'll get her link on both pages.
Yeah, and then and I've got like a little thing to my shop in the
excellent
toolbar at the top there. Lost my word.
And yes, if you are a VIP, Catherine, there's a couple of people, including myself, who are offering live workshops afterwards. And so Catherine's offering one, Shelley's offering one, I'm offering one. Yes. In the VIP package where you can come and click in and go to a live workshop. So you get to continue the fun for longer.
Yeah, so I think for this summit, we're doing February because I have to like I do a lot of summits, it feels like, but I try not to. If I'm doing your summit, I don't put any other summit getting into this free event, just so that it's like something special and something fun. And then so this one I think is for February of next year. I don't have that project planned out right yet. I'm going to be honest with you. And it's not going to be a Valentine's Day project because I think it's actually after Valentine's Day or right before Valentine's Day. So it's not going to be a Valentine's Day project. It might be because by February, if it's snowing here tomorrow, by February, I'm going to be like thinking about summer. So it's probably
about beaches and that kind of stuff.
It might be. Yes, exactly.
So a typical comment of what you expect me to cut up. Oh, didn't show. Oh, doesn't want to show that. What you expect us to cut up our pretty paper? I don't know.
Well, I mean, you don't have to cut it. I do still have a whole lot of paper that I've never cut. So
I love printable paper. So easy to print a new page when you make a mistake rather than getting one or two of each pattern pack. So that's a good one on that.
That's a good one too.
Someone's able to do your downloads and they work great, which is good. I'm catching up to your comments. It always takes us a while. I have
the one thing I've realized with the printable paper as I've started to make it, I don't use my Cricut for a lot of stuff. Like, so if I'm cutting paper, I'll typically use my paper cutter, and I just like buy new inserts for it when they get dull. But the minute it goes dull, it like rips the whole paper like just terribly. And so I realized when I was working on this guy here, I printed off those papers. I went through a piece of paper and it just ate the whole thing up. I was like, are you kidding me? And I was like, oh, I just printed it off. This is my paper. I can do it again. So, but I would have been, if I had paid for that paper, well, not that I didn't pay for the paper, but if it was one of the other papers that I'd gone through, it was my last one, I probably would have been crying. So it is nice to have paper that you can just keep printing off if you mess it up.
Somebody had a great idea. They're going to try it with heavy cardstock so they can paint on it.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Have you used Canva to design paper? We talked a bit about that.
Yeah, so I kind of used it, but you can so if you have the pro feature, I learned this recently. I'm pretty impressed with myself. But if you have the pro feature, they've got this AI button at the corner. And if you click that, it gives you like options in there. Like they've got the little search bar, and then it has like different drop-down menus right under the search bar. And if you play with those, you can really narrow down your search before you even type in what you're looking for. And it really can help you produce some pretty cool designs. Or some really weird ones.
Someone asked Sarah, I don't know. So we're going to have to find out if you can build a layer project in Canva, if it can be an SVG. I don't know. I know Canva's done just some new releases, so maybe. I'm not sure.
I will be experimenting with it more over the coming weeks because I have some designs in my head that I'd like to try through Canva to see if it's easier than starting from scratch in Inkscape, to see if I can make that work better. So if I find an answer, I might make a video on it for you guys.
I'm just typing into my favorite buddy. Doing some AI here. Canva.
I don't have two screens on the go, so I can't help you out with this one.
SVG. We'll see what it says. I have two screens. My other screen was blinking on and off earlier today, so it's back. That was a question. Catherine, you may have access to Affinity by Canva so you can experiment. Okay. Yeah, they do have that. I have not played with that. There's an Affinity by Canva.
I saw that the other day somewhere. Someone had, I don't know where I saw it, but I saw that and I was like, what is this? Because I've heard a lot of people using Affinity, and I've never, every time I sort of previously researched it, it wasn't a free thing that I could sort of access, and me being all about free, I was like, But I saw that the other day, so I have to add that to my list of things to figure out and experiment with. But so maybe that's a way to do SVGs better through that. I'm not sure, but I have to look into that. So
the answer is yes. Canva creates layered projects and exports them as SVG, though there are some limitations to be aware of. You can download and design SVGs. SVG maintains vector quality and can be scaled without losing resolution. This format works well for logos, icons, illustrations, and graphics. Layering does not transfer as a separate layer into the SVG file.
Yeah, that's
when you export from Canva as an SVG, the elements are flattened into a single file when the file itself maintains vector paths for individual elements. They're all in one file rather than separate editable layers. So there you go. If you need true layer files for layering work with elements, you'd want to export a PDF, which can maintain some layer structures. So there you go. There's your answer. Now remember, AI is not always right. Sometimes it's getting old information. If they've changed something this week, AI may not know. So it's one of those, they only know as much as what's out there.
Yes.
Somebody's made some of their own paper on Canva, but as a crafter, I still need all the other papers. Yes.
Yes. We need lots of papers, lots and lots of papers.
You can all FaceTime. I'm not sure who said that, but FaceTime doesn't work on non-iPhones.
Yeah.
To create scenes. So someone has asked Google AI. So Google AI would be Genesis to create scenes for me that I've been able to print. Genesis is a very good. So when you look at AI, and I talked about this in my presentation, if you caught it yesterday, if you're a VIP, you still have it. Each AI application is better at certain things. What I found, I'm starting to fall in love and really like using something called Claude or Claude. It creates SVG files for you. So I asked it to create a layout for a website, like a sketch, and it created it as an SVG file. And then it can also make it a PNG file. And so some of them, and Gemini's is better at actually realistic looking images. ChatGPT is probably now the worst at that. But they're all like layering up on each other as you go. So they change every day. So you can start using some of these ones. But I like Claude. Claude's become more favorite than ChatGPT for me.
Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. And it didn't learn from itself like conversations, but it just released that this week. So it's like, what can I do today? Question, what free AI programs are compatible with Apple devices? All of them should be, but Apple has its own, which is AI Intelligence, I was told the other day, or Apple Intelligence. They're all compatible. There's an app for all of them. I was demonstrating yesterday where you can talk, like Google has an AI application, which comes if you have a Gmail account. And if you have a Google phone, it's going to be on it naturally. You can download it and you can just talk to it and you can get things from that perspective. I know ChatGPT, Claude, they all have apps. And I'm sure they all work on Apples. There are thousands of AI devices, AI applications out there now. Some of them are specific for graphics. I have not played with them, by the way. You might want to look into those, Catherine. There are AIs that are actually designed to help you do that. I just haven't done it. I also suspect, and I was going to ask this question later on today in our panel, I suspect that you will start to see it in your design spaces, like Cricut Design Space, all of these, you'll start to see it come in.
Yeah, I suspect so too. So,
yeah. here we all thought you bought them like that. I think that's your papers. I was watching you on my iPhone and the videos were working fine. So somebody's iPhone is working fine. What is the difference between a PDF and an SVG file? Have a good one. Do you know that one? Do you know how to explain that one? That's a better question.
So I don't know what PDF stands for, but basically a PDF is like just a file that's a solid file, kind of even like similar to a PNG. Typically you would do a PDF like as a Word document that you're trying to distribute like in meetings or whatever, or pictures. I do PDFs in my summits because it's an easy thing for people to print and it's already sized properly. Because if I send a PNG or a JPEG, it'll actually print differently depending on the file, the program that you use to open the file and the printer that you use. And an SVG is a scaled vector drawing or a scaled vector graphic. And that's actually like each individual element of the drawing is its own piece. And so then you can manipulate each piece in certain programs to do what you want with them. So if I were to make this as an SVG, right, this here right now is 1, 2, 3 pieces, and I could edit each piece, change the colors of them or change the sizes of them. Whereas in a PDF, if I've set this as a PDF as 3 pieces, you can't do anything to them. You can only print them off on a 8.5 by 11 page or scale it to a bigger page. And that's going to stay the size that it is. So hopefully that kind of helps.
It helps. PDF stands for portable documentation format. Just
there you go.
Knowledge.
There you go.
And a PNG, we were talking about PNG and JPEGs and transparency. You can do transparency in both a PNG and a JPEG, so there's no background, but it's going to be crisper in a PNG. If you're doing a JPEG, it's meant more for posting on a website or small files. Yeah. So when you want to print something for a paper, you're going to want to do a PNG if you can, because it's going to be a crisper representation. I think it was Shannon who was saying they were transparent. Both can be transparent backgrounds. It's the crispness or the crispness, not the Christmas, of the reproduction. So if you're doing printer paper, you probably want to be doing PNG. They're going to be bigger files, but you're going to get better quality in your printing than you would if you're doing a JPEG, which tends to be a smaller file.
Yeah. So
less information, so the quality isn't always there, but great for websites, great for things like that because it doesn't make the files too big. We use, like, the pictures that you see on our websites are all JPEGs. We pull them all down, even if they're given to us in PNGs, because they're smaller and then the site loads faster. If we put PNGs all over our sites, it would take forever to load. Yes. So that's why there's so many different formats. Depending what you're doing is what you're going to be using. So Tracy is not listening to, but Tamara's, you were able to get Tamara's thing, so that is good. Freebies are so great. Thank you. Yes, the freebies are great. And one of the things we do is we make sure that all the freebies from all our speakers are available throughout this live summit. So even though Katherine's presentation is only live today for 24 hours, her freebies are available on the Meet the Speaker page, the goodie bag, so that you guys, if you missed one day, you can still get the free offers. And it's great for our speakers because they get exposure to more people. And so that is what they're there. And you just have to look around for them. Great question. What is...
Oh, it's the double opt-in. Oh, so that's when the email, the double opt-in. It's a technical thing when you have a website and you send emails. When I create an email subscription form, it's basically you sign up, you send your email, and then I instantly bounce you an email, say, are you sure you're signed up to this, right? Like, do you want to? And then you click yes, and then you're on my email list, and that's all that it is. It's just a extra protection to keep you safe in case someone is spamming you, because you'd be surprised that there's actually a lot of, like, my general email, like the one that's just like get nothing for free, sign up here just to get part of my group. I get so many people trying to, like, from certain countries in the world where they're just spamming me and they don't do the double opt-in because they just try to click. And I get hundreds of those a day where people from certain countries are just, so for that, and it's the one where it's just my general one. You're not getting free documents or anything with my freebies. So for that one, I have the double opt-in and it just stops my email from getting filled with.
Yeah. We have catch put or whatever you call it on it for that as well on our site, because we got hit for a while too, and now we don't. So that is what it is.
Yes.
Yes, Ruth. All of the All of the speaker freebies can be found on the Meet the Speaker page. It's at the top of all the pages. Just click the Meet the Speaker and go down, and you'll see Katherine. You'll go down to Katherine, and it will tell you what the freebie is. So they're listed in that page on each speaker's profile. So you can pick them up there. These freebies are fantastic. Thank you. The VIP is so worth the cost. The VIP is absolutely worth the cost, Paula. Thank you. And there's still an opportunity to buy it, but the VIP does go away at the end of the summit. So if you want to get the VIP and you want to get what's available for it, it disappears by the end of the summit. And goes into our vaults, and the VIP still get it. And maybe we might combine it with something else later on, but it's not available post. We'll probably take it down by Tuesday or Wednesday. So if you want to get it now, there are so many great discounts in there. We at Glasper Studios, Sarah, Katherine has a class for the price of the VIP if you use anything in there. There's over, we don't make these numbers up. We actually really work out the math on this, by the way. There's over $1,500 worth of freebies in there. And that's not including access to just the presentation. So if you take advantage to just a few of them, you are going to find that they are there. Their value. So if you're in Canada, Tracy, who's at a live crop right now, she has a virtual store with a discount. Katherine has a free workshop. I have a free workshop. Sarah, who's coming on soon, she has a great bonus in there. So it's well worth it. Take a look at it. It is still available. I'm getting the use envelopes. I need a wide format printer. I love printing my own paper. We're catching up. Somebody says, wow, that's a huge pad. Whenever I come across a large 12 by 12 under $5, I grab it.
Yes, I have that problem. I try to avoid I have so much paper. I can't anywhere I go, if I see paper on sale, I have to grab it, right? It's just, I don't know. It's like an impulse. So I just try not to go to places.
Someone loves your project.
Thank you, Josie.
I made a lot of A2 cards, so I will cut random 12 by 12 paper into layers, so then store them in the drawer. So easy to grab a card base. And I think I've heard that from a lot of card makers. Make your bases, just have some ready to go. Somebody has already signed up for your February project, and it's shown as being the 11th of February. There you go.
Oh, right before. Still don't think we're gonna do things. I still don't think we're gonna do Valentine's Day because it's too close. So
I'm catching up on your comments. If I missed one, I apologize, but Affinity is like Illustrator for the Canva one.
Yeah, I'll have to look into Affinity. I saw Ruth put a comment in there. Ruth, I may test your knowledge next Thursday at Crafting Unscripted. So
cool. Somebody said thank you for introducing AI to create your creating sketches, and they tried it last night and made a craft roulette card. Very cool.
Very
so
nice.
Yeah, AI can do a lot for you, especially if you like to use sketches. That's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. Portable documents, Heather, we're getting there. Somebody's answered the questions. You ladies do a great job running the summit. I look so forward to doing this one. Thank you, Kelly. Sometimes you can't figure out people's names. I'm like, who? Trolls are the worst. First-time VIP buyer and no regrets. Excellent. Love the VIP treatment. Thank you, Susan. We love you. Susan is here for all of our lives. Love your support. So is Debbie. Hi, all. Mom has been helping me clean, and she tells me not to buy any more paper.
Don't listen to her. Keep buying more paper.
What's Crafting Unscripted?
Okay, so every week on Thursdays at 12:15 Eastern, I do what's called Crafting Unscripted on YouTube. And this is exactly what it sounds like. I go live on YouTube and I make a craft on the spot. And I do not practice this craft beforehand. This is like experimental crafting. And typically I don't have all the pieces that I need. A lot of the times things go very wrong. Here, I'll show you. This is coming out of my garbage can because this is a bow I attempted to make this week at Crafting Unscripted. As you can see, it does not really look like a bow. The other one I took apart and might redo it, but it's just a fun experimental time because as a crafter and someone who's constantly making new things, I actually need to figure out how to do them, right? And so I thought, why not show everybody that when we are crafting as crafters, we do make things that don't work out. And you don't see that in the summit videos or on the YouTube videos. They're all polished and, you know, have the editing and everything. You see that this final beautiful product. But to get there takes time and effort and work. And so I thought it would be super fun to just do crafting live that's not rehearsed or practiced, or, you know, I haven't done 7 renditions of it. Like this album that I made, I think this is like the 7th version of the product that I made to get to the nice fancy one that you guys get to see in the summit. But the bow that I made is what happens when you do it for the first time without having practice, without having all the right pieces, and just trying to figure it out on the go. So every Thursday, 12:15 Eastern, on my YouTube channel, I do Crafting Unscripted, and that's what we do. Some things work out. Last 2 weeks have been a bomb.
That's okay.
Next week, we're gonna make it work. But it's fun, and we just chat, and you get to see me ramble, and I've got the setup so you can like see my face, or you can see my workspace here, and then we just try to go, and then it's sort of interactive. It's not like a Zoom call where I can see your face, but I have chats going, so I'll interact with everybody. I'll say like what colors, people will help me with colors or designs or fixing things or adding or whatever, and it's like it's Crafting Unscripted. We just
there you go.
That's what it is. So it's
excellent.
It's fun. It's fun, but it just kind of shows everyone that, like, even us professionals, it takes a lot of time to get that perfect anything, right? So
anything. Absolutely. And we are going to have to wrap up soon because we have another call in 7 minutes. Is that great, showing your botches? Actually, what you threw in the garbage looks like a great fascinator, by the way. You could use it for something else.
Maybe making it into a Christmas tree or something, but
it would be a fascinator. It would be that little kind of thing sitting on your head if you're going to some posh British event.
That's right.
Yes, and it's great that we all make mistakes and we are all human. So, Katherine, thank you so much. And somebody made AI paper on last night with AI, a background paper. Fantastic. Someone's going to check you out because I love listening to your projects. So thank you so much. Sorry, I'm doing 2 things at once, thinking we got to go because I got to get it. We have to set up the next call.
That's all right.
So we are back at 12, which is like 8 minutes from now, with Sarah from Sassy LLC. And we have 4 lives today. So Katherine is our first. We have 4 lives. And if you're the VIPs, you're with us this afternoon. Katherine is with us this afternoon in the VIPs in our panel. So there's a panel at 4 p.m. Eastern, North American Eastern time, and it's cutting machines today. And Katherine is there. She's also coming with us tomorrow. So you can get more Katherine if you're a VIP and you come to the panels. So excellent.
But if you're not a VIP, check me out at KatherineLearnStuff.com, or follow me on all the socials, not just YouTube and Facebook, and
check it all out.
And at most of the summits, I'm here every year.
Even when she says she might not be, we convince her to come back.
That's right. That's right.
So just remember that, because we will have 2 more. We have our dates already set for next year.
Oh, you gotta tell me. You gotta send me those later so I can put them in the calendar and not do what I did this year.
Yeah, we're gonna send them for sure. Actually, it's always the first full weekend of June and November.
All right, perfect.
Those are our spots that we have.
Sounds great.
To, so excellent. Thanks everyone. Hang on, we'll be back in with Sarah in about 5 minutes. So thanks everyone. Bye.